Welcome to ECU Flash Evo 10 Training Part 22. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at working with our Tehpra V3 ROM again, but now focusing on our meth failsafe option. The meth failsafe is going to be there in case when you're spraying your water meth, it fails. Let's say we run out of fluid, and if your water meth kit you're working with has a failsafe output, we can integrate that into the ECU, and then we can detune the engine or put a rev limiter in place so that when we're getting into boost, we don't damage the motor. Because with water meth, we're going to be reducing our fuel from our port fuel injection. We're going to be advancing our timing, also advancing our boost levels to take advantage of that water meth spraying. If it stops spraying, we're going to have a condition where it's lean, we have too much timing and too much boost, and we're definitely going to damage the motor. So this gives us a way we can offset that, and we don't have to worry about it damaging the motor. So let's jump into our video now to learn about working with our water meth failsafe, as well as other features in our Tehpra V3 ROM.
Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our Tehpra V3 ROMs a little bit further in this video. In the last video, we reviewed our Tehpra V3 ROM, looking at our knock cell light, looking at our TPS closure for high knock count, also taking a look at our alternate map switching feature. So we have 9 different positions or alternate maps that we can work with in our Tehpra V3 ROM. Now we're going to introduce working with our meth failsafe and our alternative MyVec crossover. So we could have different tables for MyVec for low and high crossover. That might be something you want to integrate or use. I don't typically use that feature, but we'll talk about it and just look at how to work with it and make sure it's programmed correctly. So let's talk about the main feature we're going to be covering in this video. That's going to be our meth failsafe. So if you want to spray water meth on your Evo 10, there are gains to be found. You can definitely pick up a whole bunch of horsepower and torque and increase your boost, because when you spray water meth, it's going to be having more octane and more cylinder cooling, or a cooling effect, as we spray it into the engine. So what we'll find in the situation where we're spraying water meth, we're going to reduce the fuel that we spray out of our port fuel injectors that we're working with and controlling from our ECU. So we need to reduce down the fuel, and then we supplement the fuel that we're taking out based on the water meth spraying. So the water meth is introducing its own fluid into the engine, and we're going to find that the engine's going to burn that. That's what's giving the cooling effect and the octane effect. So we need to have a way to offset going in and spraying the water meth, as well as adding our ignition timing. So when we spray water meth, we're going to usually be able to run a couple more degrees ignition timing. It is going to act like a higher octane fuel, so therefore we can pick up power with the spark timing. Most of the power that we gain is through spark timing when we spray water meth, so we definitely want to take advantage of that when we're working with a water meth injection kit. Now, when we spray water meth, if something happens, if we run out of fluid, if the pump stops working, or there's some kind of fault in the system and it doesn't spray, and we've tuned the engine around spraying the water meth solution into the engine, we're going to run into a big issue. We're going to run lean, because now we're not spraying the additional water meth, and we're going to find that the port injectors are turned down. We're not introducing or spraying as much fuel, so it's going to be in a lean condition. We also have too much spark timing because we need to advance our spark timing to take advantage of the water meth spraying. So we're going to have a situation where it's lean, too much spark timing, and potentially higher boost levels than we should be running, because we can increase our boost with the higher octane fuel burning with our water meth. So in this situation, we have a recipe for disaster. The engine will definitely blow unless we have some way to implement a fail-safe protection feature, which is what the Tehpra V3 is going to allow us to do. So let's first just talk about the general calibration procedure working with the water meth, and then we'll just jump in here and talk about how to integrate the water meth fail-safe. So if we just scroll down here, the general course of action when I'm working with water meth injection, I work with my fuel first here. Now, I don't go in and calibrate anything into my MAF tables or my map-based load calc tables. These tables, I let them represent the proper airflow register.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.